Hello, guys. This is Alfonso, your VA dad, and today I'm going to be giving you some tips on how to handle a negotiation for your hourly pay during a client interview course. So let's get to it. So today I have created three situations that I have usually encountered during a client interview. I have mostly gotten these clients from OLJ, and so how much they would usually offer when it comes to cold calling. So yeah, so the first situation that I have created, these are clients that are really offering you such a lowball offer. This they would usually say that the compensation or the hourly rate that we can only provide to you is $3 per hour. That's the maximum or minimum rate that we can offer to you, especially that we're just starting this campaign, and that's what they would usually say. So the first thing that you want to do is acknowledge that statement that they have said to you. Now, how do you handle this type of, statement coming from the client itself or coming from a recruiter? So I would usually say, this is how I would usually say when it comes to this type of statement. So once again, acknowledge that statement. So thanks for the offer. Based on my experience handling from casualty and property to home improvements, I usually work within the $4 to $5 range, especially with the experience that I have. And I believe that's fair given the value that I bring, especially I can deliver results quickly. Let's break down that rebuttal real quick. So I'm letting the client know what my usual rate is. So in my case, I did say $4 to $5. Why? It is because of my experience. So always bank in with your experience. That's the number one reason why you're doing a negotiation, because of your experience. If you don't have any experience, you don't have any chance at all to do a negotiation, except of course for those clients that are very generous and for those clients that their business have been running already for years. Just get an idea of how you handle it. That's in my perspective how I would handle that type of client who are offering such a lowball offer. And yeah, let's get to the second situation that I have created. So after you have given your salary range or your compensation range, this is how they would usually respond. So that's a bit higher than the budget that we have. And they would ask, why should we pay you more with our current budget, especially that we're just starting our business? So this is how I would handle it, or this is how I would respond to the client. So I totally understand. The way I see it, hiring someone who already knows how to close or handle objections save you time on training and mistakes. That means you'll see ROI faster, which is why my rate is where it is currently. So once again, always bank in with the experience that you have. In that way, the client would see a reason to go beyond with the current budget that they have. So that's the second attempt of doing a negotiation to a client. So let's break it down real quick. Basically, it's just highlighting your experience once again. From the first situation, we have already highlighted that, but this time we're giving much more reason why you should have the rate that you're currently looking for, or why you should have the rate that that you want. So this is the third situation that I have created, which is the final push. So this is the last thing that you can do during an interview when it comes to doing a negotiation. So if the client would say, I'm so sorry, we really can't go over $3.50, that's really it. That's our budget. We can't really do much more than that. So once again, always acknowledge their statement. So this is how I would position myself. Since this is the final push, you need to be careful with your rebuttals. So this is how I would say, all right, I totally respect that. I totally understand where you're coming from, especially that you're just starting your business. How about this? We do a trial run within a week. You can give me $4 per hour, and that's within the week. And if you feel I'm not delivering the results, we can always revisit the rate that you always wanted. In that way, you're giving some assurance to the client that you're always going to be delivering results, and there is still a chance that you can always negotiate to the rate that you want. So it's kind of like taking a bit of a risk, but you're also kind of giving a chance that your rate would somehow be accepted to the specific client. So that's how I would handle it. So let's break it down real quick. So basically, really highlighted in this type of response is that I have highlighted is that I can do a trial run with the rate that I want. In that way, the client would see the value or would see my value as a cold color, and there's still a chance that he would really go with the offer that that you really want. So that's it. That's basically how I would handle a negotiation. That's a negotiation tactic that I can provide to you guys. Hopefully it would help you, when it comes to doing a client interview. Hopefully it would help you a lot. And remember, don't sell yourself short. Always do negotiation. When it comes to sale, we have this saying that you have 3 attempts to really grab the interest of a customer or a client. So always do a rebuttal. When you're not giving a rebuttal, that means that you're okay with the client that they're giving. So that's it. Follow my page for more VA tips, and thank you so much.